Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today's book review is for Danger in Numbers by Heather Graham. It's a blog tour for Harlequin's winter event, which includes 5 different books. I think I only chose 2 of the 5, and this is one of them. And this book was really, really good. I'm just closing my recliner. I'm sorry. I read this book in one sitting. It was a very deep, thrilling read. Gruesome at times, I will say that. But let me tell you about it. We have 2 principal characters. Special Agent Amy Larson of the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, or FDLE, and Special Agent Hunter Forrest of the FBI. Now, Amy Larson and her partner John Schultz approach a very gruesome crime scene. And it's very clear from walking into the scene that it was a ritualistic murder. And not only that, but Amy saw something fall when they were removing the body from the scene that led credence to the fact that this indeed was something that was ritualistic. Now, while they're at the crime scene, someone approaches the scene, and John, her partner, looks up and sees Special Agent Hunter Forrest approaching, and he's actually quite happy. Sorry, the cat just walked into the tripod. He's quite happy to see Hunter, and Amy doesn't have that same pleasure at seeing another agent, because as far as she's concerned, this crime happened in the Everglades in Florida, so it's a state crime. But when she learns that Hunter Forrest is of the FBI, she's wondering, well, it's not a federal crime. Why is he encroaching on our crime scene? Meanwhile, her partner John develops heart problems, or has a heart problem that has become quite serious. So he's off the scene. So now Amy and Hunter become partners in this current case. So they don't see eye to eye at first. Actually, she's quite annoyed. And then meanwhile, Hunter looks at her as someone that's young and that shouldn't be involved in this case, but yet they have to work together. Now, as they start to investigate this crime, and the groundwork is laid to prove credence to the fact that this was a ritualistic murder, that there's a very good chance that other murders would take place, certain things start to come to light. The first thing is they realize that there's a cult at play. And also there are secrets, and there are people that are holding things back and that are not being very forthright when the interviews are taking place. Then you have the danger, the element of danger, and then you have the fact that, as mentioned, the murder itself was a ritualistic murder, so they know more bodies are likely to fall. So how will Amy and Hunter work together to stop these killings before more people lose their lives? And then as that's all going on, Amy and Hunter start to see each other in a different light. They start to draw closer together. They are very, very good when it comes to their jobs in the art of investigation, but they also have special skills. Like Amy, for example, is completely talented when it comes to drawing crime scenes. Of course, every crime scene investigator has a photographer on scene, but Amy literally sketches every scene, and the detail that she accomplishes is something that plays into them getting to the bottom of what's going on. With Hunter, his past is what makes him excel at this particular case. As a matter of fact, most of the story takes place in modern times, But part of the story takes place in 1993, where a couple and their 6-year-old son are running for their lives. So what does 1993 have to do with right now? And where does Hunter play into both of those scenarios? So the story itself was really, really good. We learned that the people behind the first murder are horrid, brutal, to put it mildly, if that is a mild way to say it. As I mentioned a couple times, the scenes are rather gruesome, difficult to read. But then the story brings in a fast-paced nature, as well as a romantic element when it comes to Hunter and Amy. So when you bring in the crime and the pacing of the book, and then you add in the element of romance, all of it comes together and produces a very, very, very good story. It's a great thriller. When you read this, there's a sense of realism, at least it was for me, that cults still exist in this world, in environments, in communities where you may not expect. And that was, an extra edge for me as far as something as a takeaway from this book. I was captivated by this book, pretty much read it in one sitting, and I highly recommend it. I gave it 5 stars. Let's see, the book comes out on March 23rd, but my blog tour date is scheduled for March 22nd. But this review is being filmed 3 weeks before it will actually go up on this channel. But it will go up on the channel on date of release, and I highly recommend the book. I want to thank, this is a Mirror title from Mirror, MIRA is an imprint of Harlequin, so I want to thank them and NetGalley for this arc. And also, I'm going to link the book in the purchase link in the description below. And as an Amazon affiliate, if you purchase the book, I just need to mention that. But I want to thank them. If you do check out my review on my blog, there is an excerpt of the prologue that I included, thanks to the publisher. And I guess that's about it. So thank you very much, and I'll be back with more. Bye bye.